was always an artist as a kid. I liked to draw. It was a way to kind of escape into an imaginary world and bring things to life on paper. So I guess, yeah, I would say I've always wanted to be an artist. I was born in Missoula, Montana, but my mom was from here, so we moved around a lot when I was little, and we moved to Renton, I think it's been about 12 years now. The medium that I primarily work with is painting, but I do consider myself a multidisciplinary artist. I also do a little bit of writing. I like to do multimedia, collage type work. I often paint on wood. I have a series right now I'm working on called Art of the Grain, which incorporates the wood grain into the painting itself. I draw my inspiration for my art from the world around me, from music, from my husband's photographs, from just culture around me. When I walk down the streets, I imagine art on every place that there's not art. I imagine there to be art of some sort. I had heard about the Fire Hydrant Art Project from our neighbor, who is the president of the South Renton Neighborhood Connection, and wasn't originally considering it because it is different from other art that I've done. But after thinking more about it and walking through the neighborhood and noticing the fire hydrants, I started seeing images that I would paint on them. What I like about it though, and what is similar, is having created multidimensional work with clay, and then there's a process of etching into the clay with sgraffito tools. It's a sgraffito design, and that is something that I really enjoy and I've done a couple pieces with. So it's a similar process to paint on a hydrant and kind of create that dimensional work, painting on an object. One of the challenges with the hydrant is incorporating its unique shape. So the first couple hydrants that I've painted, one is a train conductor, and the second one I'm working on is a squid. Initially, when I came up with the design for the train conductor, I was thinking about how to tie in the artwork with the neighborhood, and the train tracks are a very prominent part of South Renton. The train goes through daily. I know there's history with the Spirit of Washington dinner train. The current use is really interesting to me. You see the trains come through with the bodies of the planes, and they don't have their wings on them yet. And so I wanted to bring something into the neighborhood that was, fun and playful and kind of honored the use of the track both in the past and the present. The Hydrant project is bringing together a lot of artists, and one thing, being a multidisciplinary artist, anything I work on, I often try to incorporate multidisciplinary works into the piece. So incorporating a haiku onto my hydrants was a way for me to identify the hydrant as sort of my signature piece. I'm trying to put the haikus position them on the hydrant in a way that if you were walking by, it could catch your eye and engage you a little bit further with the piece. Horn blows, long, short, dinner ghosts, planes without wings, railroad to runway. The squid, was just tying more into the Pacific Northwest in general. I was also thinking of ways to be creative. His tentacles will go down onto the base and onto the sidewalk a little bit, and wanted to, with both of them, think of ways to engage people a little bit as they walk by, either because of the playfulness of it or because of something unexpected. So with the squid, I hadn't ever seen the beak of a squid or octopus up close, so I did a little bit of research and found some photos. And the darker purple is typically more seen in an octopus, so my My husband actually caught these. This is a squid that he caught in the Puget Sound, and we blew up a photo so I could capture some of how the pigmentation happens when they're changing colors. And I'm still working out the haiku for the squid. It will be something along the lines of elusive creature, mysterious depths below, El Calamares, or something like that. I think public art and art in general is a way that brings diverse communities together. It's a way for us to see each other's shared humanity. It's a way to engage people through creativity. So to be a part of that is, for me, just along the lines of one of my core values. I think it also brings vibrancy to neighborhoods. Communities are stronger when there's art in the community, and having a city be supportive of public art also strengthens the community. I think Renton is becoming a good place for artists. I've been here, like I said, about 12 years, and it was slow. There's always been artists that we meet. My husband, like I said, is a potter, and he would often do art walks and things like that. And early on, it was slow for artists, but I think there are a lot of groups coming together in positive ways now, and more artists are contributing to the downtown and South Renton neighborhoods that I'm seeing, and there's more support from the city and more funding available, and so I think the art scene is growing in Renton. Honestly, I think the favorite art installation, because it's been here the whole time that I've been here, it's never been graffitied on. There's a mural on the side of the Blossom restaurant of musicians, and I love music, so I'm drawn to that one. I learned that it was done by Renton High School students some time ago, and so that also is, I think, something exciting when kids are able to get involved in the public art. And also, I would just now adding to that, there's the new mural of the boxer, and I would love to see that whole alley filled with murals. I think there's more and more people walking through there. I have a couple other hydrant ideas that I'm working on as well. That one is another figure, possibly tying into the Seahawks, since Renton is the home of the Seahawks practice facility. So either doing blitz or a little player with a helmet, something like that is one that I've thought of, and have come up with a design with some geometric salmon on it. So now that I've started with a couple of hydrants, my mind, whenever I see a hydrant now, continues to imagine all types of possibilities. I mean, sometimes a hydrant is just a hydrant, but sometimes a hydrant is more than that.
How's it going? I'm Jason with the water department. This is Paul, part of my crew here. Today we're just going to be taking apart this old Iowa hydrant. It was put in the ground in 1955. We're going to replace it with a new painted one, part of the art project. So it's pretty simple, all hand tools. We'll take it apart, and what we're going to do is replace the wear parts in it, which we've already done this morning. That's the working part of an old scissor style hydrant. So we'll replace these rubber parts here. This will wear, and this is the drain valve, that'll wear out as well. It's already been replaced. This will open, rise up, and push itself into a boot to stop the water flow. These bolts down here are breakaway bolts designed to break if it's hit by a car, so it doesn't total everything. That is it's a dry barrel hydrant, so the water is actually stopped underground, not like you see in the movies where it'll blow up. In the Northwest, we won't do it. It's designed to shear off at these pins there and at these bolts here, and then that will stay shut the whole time, so there will be no water coming up. And if anything does happen, it's all controlled in the street, what we call a foot valve. And there we go. Now, as part of maintenance, we'll take this old paper gasket and we'll replace it with a new rubber gasket. Much more efficient, lasts way longer. Alrighty, and now it's ready for a new hydrant. Oh my goodness, this is the first time I've seen him in real life. I didn't even notice.
Hide behind it.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, we have 4 ready. 4 or 5. The next.
So they're ready for you now? No, you guys know each other. Always know. Yeah.
I'm just really concerned with how the camera has.
That thing is awesome.
Great. Okay.
That would have been cool.
What's that?
Have it shooting out of his arms.